how I wish we could have everybody at the NDC. And we would be very happy to have everybody on the NDC. But just in case you don't receive an invite, tafadhali, go online. We will make sure that we are online on all platforms, so that even if you are not there, you are still part of us. Nyinyi wote tunawapenda. Jubilee is a national party. It's a party for everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, rumors started a long time ago that Jubilee was going to conduct its NDC, and now, Friday, it is the day. Now, from this NDC, we expect a huge number of people from various parts of this country who will be attending that kind of a function. Now, in that function, people have huge expectations on various things to unveil themselves. And on this particular video, I want to take you through on the expectations of Kenyans, or maybe the things that Jubilee is going to do in that particular NDC. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give the channel. My number is always here for those who want to talk to me, engage me. Please feel free to do so, because that's how I get to learn and grow. For those who want to support the channel, feel free, because that is the M-Pesa number. Let me dive into this topic here without much wasting of time. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the first thing that Kenyans are expecting from the Jubilee NDC? Number one, it's for them to make a resolution that their presidential candidate, it is Dr. Fred Matiangi. So in a nutshell, we expect Dr. Fred Matiangi to be in that particular event. And already there are signs that he will be there, considering the fact that he had some meeting with some of the inner people of Jubilee Party. Apart from that, Dr. Fred Matiangi is a member of the Jubilee Party. He's a registered member of Jubilee Party. He has worked under Jubilee Party, and most of his friends, and even his friend Uhuru Kenyatta, is the head of the Jubilee Party. So therefore, it is expected that Dr. Fred Matiangi will be in that particular function. It will not just be attendance, ladies and gentlemen. In that particular function, we are expecting the NDC to make a resolution on making some changes on the leadership positions. As we speak today, there are some leaders of the Jubilee Party who had switched camp and gone to William Ruto's side. Some of them, as we speak today, they're heading some parastatals within government. There are some who decided to dance to the tune of government. And in a nutshell, those people are no longer there, so their positions are vacant. Also, we remember people like Sabina Chege, Kanini Kega, who literally also decided to abandon Uhuru Kenyatta and even make a plot to kill the Jubilee Party. Some of the positions they used to occupy, as we speak today, they are vacant. So the expectations are that in that particular event, we are going to have some of these positions filled, and some key figures to be brought on board as major leaders within the party. Now, the first person to be brought on board, it is Dr. Fred Matiangi. Now that if Uhuru Kenyatta will be present, and probably most likely, I'm getting information that there will be no election that will take place. But it is a possibility they can appoint some of the positions, including the deputy party leader positions, which are not held right now. And there's a likelihood that is the position that Dr. Fred Matiangi might occupy. Or it will be announced that the elections will be done at certain dates so that they can have the leaders chosen. So in a nutshell, we expect some changes in leadership positions and people trying to align themselves to ensure that the Jubilee Party is strong. Ladies and gentlemen, another major thing that I expect from the NDC should come out as a result is their plan of entering back to Mount Kenya region. The fact remains right now as you speak, the Jubilee Party is not a popular party in Mount Kenya region. Perhaps it is now that it can be a plan for them to ensure that it's a popular party in the future. But the fact is right now as you speak, Rigathi Gachagwa's DCP party has already taken over the Mount Kenya politics, and it is expected to be the ruling party in the Jubilee, in the Mount Kenya region, So, ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains that they have a problem which is now entering back to Mount Kenya. Already Rigathi Gachagua has taken over as leader of Mount Kenya. Now to infiltrate his territory now, let me call it his territory, it will not be easy, especially when you are saying that you are in opposition, unless he decides just to let it go. But I feel strongly that it will not be easy for the Jubilee Party to get back to Mount Kenya politics and be popular. It's also not just because of Rigathi Gachagua. We have also to admit that in the Kenyan politics, parties do not last for more than one election. Once an election is done a party dies. Jubilee Party was lucky to have 20 members of parliament last time. So going forward, they have to ensure that they remain relevant. But the fact is, it will not be a vibrant party like when it was formed back in 2017. So in a nutshell, it will be difficult for them to penetrate, but let's hope they are going to manage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, another thing that we expect from these NDC is this. They need to have a resolution that they are going to have coalitions. Jubilee Party can be well moneyed, a lot of money. But the fact remains that they need coalitions for them to build their bases at the grassroots. More especially the Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagwa's DCP, and many other parties like DAPK. I don't know whether it's going to happen through Matiangi or it's going to happen through someone or some arrangement, but the fact remains they need to discuss and agree that when we move forward, we're going to work with the rest of the opposition leaders. That will enable them to be strong as a party, to be considered a very serious party in 2027, and most of all, to consolidate the numbers that belong to the opposition in relation to facing President William Ruto come 2027 general elections. So in a nutshell, we also expect that the Jubilee Party, they are going to come up with a way that they are going to probably strengthen themselves politically through coalitions. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that I expect they are going to talk about are the grassroots leaders. Grassroots leaders in the name of even having them elected. As we speak today, Jubilee lost some foot soldiers across the country, especially after they lost the election last time in 2022. So they have to come up with fresh elections, fresh leaders to be able to take charge of some of these areas where they're expected to probably hunt for votes in 2027. And it's very essential they do that because as we speak today, parties are organizing themselves, grounds are shifting. So they have to also fix and create their space within the grassroots level. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing I want to tell you is this. There are nominations that are coming up, especially we have in Gusii region, various parts of this country in a nutshell. Some of them even in Mount Kenya. Already I heard there was a communication from Paul Njoroge that they have withdrawn, they don't have a candidate actually in Mbeere North. So meaning the DP party has been left solely for them to challenge the UDA candidate. But how about Kisii? If Dr. Kengo Fred Matiangi becomes the Jubilee Party deputy party leader or even the party leader, how about the Gusii region? Already we are not sure of which party are people going to vote for come November because we are going to have by-elections in 3 areas within the Gusii region. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many other areas like Banisa, also in Ugunja, places like Asipul. These are areas that you're having by-elections. And of course, it's expected that the Jubilee Party should participate in some of these elections, being a big party in this country. So those are some of the expectations that we have, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope they are going to achieve these things because if they don't, then there's a likelihood that they have a loophole somewhere. I don't know what is your take on the comment section. Please feel free to share with me. Tell me some of the things that you feel are going to come out of the Jubilee Party NDC. My name is Amel Bukwa. Thank you so much for following my channel. Thank you so much for the support. I really want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, because were it not for your prayers, support, watching my channel, commenting here, encouraging me, calling me, some of you even sending them pesa to me, I could not have been where I am. I want to thank you so much. May God bless you as we keep on moving. Please keep supporting. See you next time for more videos. Thank you so much for watching.